If you're an artist or creative, no doubt at some point in your process, you have asked yourself this question, and that is it worth doing art or creative stuff if there's no one there to watch it or listen to it or read it or whatever it is that you do? It's a valid question and one that I myself have struggled with many times. But I want to share with you why it's so important that you keep creating. You know, there's times that I will think to myself, why am I doing this? And this was when I was like writing a book, when I was starting up on podcasts, when doing videos and photography, whatever it is I tend to be doing. There's always a part of me, that inner critic, that, you know, the itty bitty shitty committee that will say, what's the point? No one's watching. Who cares? If you didn't create anything, no one's going to miss out. And maybe for any of you creators or artists, maybe that sounds familiar. You know, just the other day I was on my phone and I was scrolling and looking at my YouTube numbers for my podcast, Seared, Stories from the Stove podcast. And I was looking, I was like, abysmal. Why bother? Less than 100 views. And I thought I should just, like, if I were to stop doing this, who would notice? Maybe my mom. And then I had to reel that back. I was like, wait, there are people watching it. And even if there weren't, I asked myself, would I still keep doing it? And the answer was yes. You see, for me, to not create in a way is to die. When I'm not creating, I feel so retracted and I feel that I'm cutting a part of my soul off. And so for me to not do it, I'm cutting off the way I express myself, the way I look at others and how they connect in the world. I cut off my curiosity. I cut off learning and educating myself and learning new skills. I cut off seeing a perspective shift in others and myself. I cut off so many cords when I cut off creativity because like many of you watching, you are creatives. We're all creatives. Not everyone's an artist per se, but we have a way of stepping into the world as ourselves. See, the reason I would keep doing it, and I still do, is to not do it is more painful than to do it and not get a lot of views or whatever it is. For those who are writers and poets and playwrights and photographers and videographers, et cetera, there's something in your soul that just aches. There's something that you are driven by something deep within you to express yourself. It's a way of being in the world. It's a way of perceiving things. It's a way of connecting to yourself and to others. It's a way of illuminating your light in the way that only you can do it. It's a way of building self-confidence. It's a way of showing up in the best possible way that only you can. To me, art is not the final piece, it's the process. That is the art. You are the artist living through the expression of the action and the energy and the intention and the passion and joy you bring to whatever it is you do, whatever it is you're trying to bring to life. This is a birthing process. That process, that is the artistry. What happens at the end, that is the final product of everything that you do. But it's that driving force, that the core of your soul that pushes you to transmute everything that you know and experience and feel and process to bring forth to the world in a way that only you can do it. It's not about comparing yourself and trying to be the next Ansel Adams or the next whatever it is that is in your area of specialty. It's to bring forth the best possible version of you. That is the point of the creative cycle. That is the way of the artist, is to create, because there is nothing else you can do, that nothing aches and pulls at your heart the way that being an artist and being a creative does. It's in your blood. Of course, as artists and creative, you want more of the world to see your work. You want more eyes on it. You want people to hold it in your, whatever it is you do. Of course, we want to spread that, because what we're doing is we're showing more of ourselves to everyone. We're being able to expand into the space, into the world around us. We want other people to enjoy what it is that we're enjoying. But even if there's not a lot of people there, what I would recommend, and this is something I invite myself to do, is to not worry about the people who aren't there, but really be grateful for those who are there. There are people looking at your work. There are people who appreciate what you bring into the world. And part of our work as creatives and artists is also to push the limits of our own comfort and to get out there and say, this is who I am, and be comfortable with that. Because a lot of times we retract because we're afraid of rejection, we're afraid of criticism and all that. But the true artist will put it out regardless and no matter what. And whatever reception is given, that's okay, because the most important part is the process. So yes, do the thing, create the art, be the creative, step into that process, enjoy it, own it, love it, even when it's ugly and painful and tedious. In the depths of your heart, you know that this is something you're meant to be doing, so do it. I invite you to just stick with it. Your work is needed, you're needed, you add to the world, even if you don't think you do.